Welcome to Smokey's Grime Files. I'm your boy journalist, and on this one, we are here for that GOAT, that man, Ghetts. He's got that brand new music video out called King's Speech. I don't know what we're about to get into, but I don't know, it's Ghetts. I'm here for it. Hopefully it's something that's crazy. That said, thank you for joining me. Please do hit that like, subscribe, Patreon's in the description, and let's get into this.
Christmas dinners, conversations over turkey breasts. Right wing or left wing, same bird I guess. Right now somebody homeless, laying on the curb depressed, and you just turned your head and pretended you never heard what's said. London's for the beggars and peasants, station work instead, so we can tax everything they own, earn and spend. Ironic how a clean suit can cover up the dirt on men. I'm from a place where kids wake up late and die an early death. The world map is full of British colonies. History's been speaking for itself, but it's geography. Man's from Jamaica, my girl's from Guyana. Only British royalty that we acknowledge is Diana. Why you have to die, Anna? Wish your car had diverted. Oh, young boys busting guns before they bust a nut. Now they in the workhouse for life, they'll probably die virgins. They told you about the same event, but it wasn't my version. The club is full, the church is empty. The deacon wants a lift and pastor's Bentley.
This nigga, cause it's a speech, so I'm not trying to interrupt it, but we're also doing a reaction, so I have to. I apologize for anybody who's just in a vibe, because that's where I was. Because the level of content he's discussing is so accurate for at least the experience I've had just in the small amount of time I've been living here, and then seeing how the UK government treats its citizens from like, you're not here for vacation, you're here for a little minute. Like, you see what the fuck's really going on. You see these policy changes, you see the cost of living crisis, you see what Suella Braverman talking about fucking what homeless people is like, being like homeless is like a lifestyle choice or whatever. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, the fact that they dress up being homeless is calling it hard sleeping is just another way to desensitize the mass public from things that they're planning to do policy-wise to those people that are outside, that are probably most needed people to be protected, because they are at risk for the most harm or ability to be taken advantage of. So to see him construct this freestyle, or I don't know if it's going to have a hook on it, from the perspective of how he took the King's Speech when it came on TV, is a pretty good way of showing thematically how he sees his country and things going on, and then his country's influence in the wider world. Like how he says that what he's from Jamaica, his girl's from Ghana or Ghanaian, excuse me. But wherever, which one, doesn't matter. They're both British colonies. And then he's like, but still, in those British colonies, we don't fuck with you niggas. However, Diana, we fuck with her. Like, there's a lot going on here, and you've got to really be paying attention to not only geopolitics, domestic politics, but you also then have to be paying attention to classism, racism. Like, there's so many isms going on in this song that if you're not paying attention, this first minute and 16 just passed you by, and you just think he's just some guy just bumping his mouth about some shit. But it's very well done, is why I'm so enamored with what is going on currently. That's why I was like, oh, I gotta stop this, or I'm never gonna say nothing, and then it'll end.
The club is full, the church is empty. The deacon wants a lift and pastor's Bentley. The shoes are from Vuitton, the shirt's Fendi. The Lord himself said to...
I just gotta call cap on that. I just gotta call cap on the like, the club is full, but the motherfucking churches ain't empty, even though they should be. Because if you read your Bible, that motherfucker told you, I, my Father, will not be in there. You cannot build a man-made structure where I will be able to give you salvation or comfort or any of these things. So one, I don't care about that. But two, the super church is being built. The amount of money being spent on Christian or Judeo-Christian beliefs currently is astronomical, and it's outpaced any time in history prior to now. So this attack on Christianity, or the lack of love for religion is actually what is happening due to Christianity not actually upholding its own beliefs. So the clubs will always be full, just like sex work will always be something that somebody wants to pay for. But church or religiosity will be only something that people flock to when it meets the metrics that it sets in its own doctrines. And currently Christianity is falling so far of that people are flocking to Islam in such numbers that the reverts are outpassing fucking people that are becoming saved again Christians by like a 3-to-1 fucking basis or some shit like that. So it's like, no, I'm calling cap on that. I'm calling cap on that. That's Christianity's fault if a church is empty, but that's not true either though.
About the same event, but it wasn't my version. The club is full, the church is empty. The deacon wants a lift in pastor's Bentley. The shoes are from Vuitton, the shirt's Fendi. The Lord himself said to come as you are. And this is us every day, at least we're trendy. Imagine me knocking on heaven's gates and Pradas. Lord, let me in, please, I deserve entry. Imagine me knocking on heaven's doors and bow me. Lord, let me in, please, I deserve entry. I don't trust no princess. What's a princess trust? It's Her Majesty's pleasure when Prince gets smudged. Things get rough, it should be treason when our kings get cuffed. I was born in, you were sworn in. Drink some blood. I'm from a long line of royalty. Don't ever make me find you on the wrong side of loyalty. The crest upon my chest is much more than just embroidery. The crown jewels are nowhere near the groin for me. The food's like the news, it will poison me. I am more than just the Guy Fawkes, Guy Ritchie, Guy Fisher, or Guy Fawkes. We buy the politicians and we buy courts.
Would this fall under treason in UK standards? Because this freedom of expression based on what I've seen in the UK, that nigga is dancing on the line. They might easily, because the people he's thumbing his nose at is the current sitting king and the current sitting PM, who both don't like to be made to feel embarrassed. So then they do things about that. So I don't know. I wouldn't consider it, but like based off of what I've seen in the UK, niggas can't even make a drill song. But you can say this? I don't know.
We are on a mission, this is by force. It's a war for the throne, I pull the sword out the stone. It's like the fortune and the famous for unfortunate souls. But I'm fortunate enough to know the knife may be on you, but decisions get made when that fork is in the road. Fling on me armor. I got kings and queens in my jeans, how you mean? My soul's too gold to be sold, you don't know. Fling on me armor. I got kings and queens in my jeans, I mean. My soul's too gold to be sold, you don't know.
I like the AI resyncing of the king's lips. I also know that because he did the speech, the king, does the speech take place in Parliament? Because if he takes the speech, if the king does the speech in Parliament, then technically this video is like actually super illegal due to fucking UK laws. You're not allowed to like do commentary or like make fun of the Parliament. Like, I don't know fucking exactly what law that is again, but I know that like say he did it inside of Parliament, that would then put that within the frame structure of how they've written that law. So then yeah, they'll be taking this down quickly. But if it's inside Buckingham Palace, smart play on my nigga, because not only can they not take it down from that angle, you get to abuse that footage whatever way you want. I would say having Ghetts on the hook is really good, but I feel like it does a disservice to the song. Like, imagine if Koji Radical sung this for him and then he did the verses, or some like a Sampha were to sing the hook that he had written. How much it would have lifted the song to me personally, would have more legs to get to a wider mass of people, to help spread this message that he's trying to discuss in this song a lot further. That's just the only real issue I have with the song, because besides that, thematically, everything he's talking about is amazing. It's the type of stuff I'd like to hear from my artists the more they mature. Because yeah, can you cook a nigga on a beat? Can you say something really crazy on the 16? Sure. But if you really have this type of shit on your heart, how well can you construct that to make it to be something that's listenable? And that's where it shows the mark of generational talent or just an exceptional talent to me, because this is like Ghetts stepping into his like Tupac era, where he becomes more socially conscious and more politically aware in the songs and messaging he was putting out at the time. So this is where I'm like, how social and politically conscious is Ghetts going to get moving forward and on this project? Because in first two, like imagine King's Speech is on the same album with Twin Sisters. That's range. That's fucking ridiculous, actually. Okay. Yeah. Overall, King's Speech, I would give it. I'll be honest, just for me personally, also because I'm not fucking British. So I honestly, just fuck the king too. Like, I don't care, cuz. Like, fuck the president. Like, my government leaders are people to, without all the extra rigmarole. We elect them. They're supposed to do what I say and want. They're not to be revered. They're not to be special. At least how I've learned how to understand my government and its role in my life. So for that reason, that's why I'm like, it doesn't resonate that much to me. But because I understand how many people he's going to be speaking for from the place he comes from, I can give it a higher number. So personally, it's a 7. But that's my personal thing. Me with understanding, it's like an 8. But like, that's it. I wouldn't listen to this again. Like, it's like a one and done for me. But that's only just because I'm not British, so it doesn't have that extra to me. Like, it doesn't reach across the aisle and bring me into a greater understanding like Dave did with his Black. That's where I feel like he's missed the mark of really making everybody understand under the message that he's trying to get out, versus if you're actually British or English, you wholly understand the message that he's speaking of, especially if you do come from a British colony or you are somebody that is not of white Anglo-Saxon descent, that is from fucking England. This song speaks to you. Do other parts of it that speak to you if you are just a white person? Sure. But there's a lot more elements of being a minority in a British ruling faction than just being particularly a white person in a British ruling faction, I would say, from an outsider's perspective, dissecting this song. That said, though, that's it for me. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. I can't wait for this album. I'm very excited for January. Thank you guys for joining me. Please do hit that like, subscribe, Patreon's in the description, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.